Okay, guys, so had an idea for a movie I was thinking about, right? And this guy was talking about Stephen King, and it just popped up on Facebook. And, I was talking about how fucking Facebook's just like, you know, excuse my language, I'm sorry. But I really, really would like to, like, contribute my thoughts of a movie once in a while, you know what I mean? I mean, I can't go to Hollywood. They can, you know what I'm saying? They'll kill me trying to fucking, but I was thinking like this movie the way I feel like it feels like a Stephen King movie. You know what I mean? So I feel like he could do this book. He could do the screenplay. He could do the movie if he wanted to. I'm not saying he will or anything, but so I wrote it out. I just wrote it out real quick, and it only took me like about 5-10 minutes, and I really feel passionate about it. I feel like it's a really good idea for it's a really good start for a story, anyways. You know what I mean? If anybody could fill in the rest, Stephen King, and he could he could cast whoever he wants in the movie. I was just sitting here looking at this. I like all kinds of actors. I don't want to single anybody out, but I was thinking, get a rancher, a couple ranchers, whoever, cast whoever. That's not nothing to do with me. I mean, I'm not even gonna say nothing about who you should cast because I don't want to even piss anybody off. You know what I mean? But I was thinking Chris Cooper, Owen Wilson, fuck it, maybe Tim Roth, Billy Zane, Daryl Hannah, who's this other one? Maria Bello and fucking Richard Dreyfuss. Fuck it, who knows, right? But the point of the matter is, it's good for the whole family. This story, right? It's educational, and it's got a extraterrestrial twist to it. Space travel, time travel, and saving the world aspect to it. And it's gonna have twists. It's gonna have turns. It's gonna have Stephen King's magic charm. You know what I mean? If you ever wanted to, you know what I mean? But irregardless, it's still a fun story. You know what I mean? So irregardless, so let's read it. What I wrote. Go ahead and give it a read. And it's like 4 posts, basically. But that's, I mean, just that right there. If you don't think it sounds like a good idea, though, if you think it sounds like a good idea with those 4, I mean, pow. And that's all it really takes. You don't need a big giant fucking script to hand to somebody, have them read. If you could convince somebody that that's a good idea for a movie with 4 little posts, the kapow, that's easy job done, job well done, and Stephen King can do the fucking rest and all that. You know what I mean? He can do the rest if he wants, but if he doesn't, so what? It's still a fun little fucking story. I'm not a writer, I used to try to write, and I'm not good at that. I'm not good at punctuation or any of them kind of things. So, like, I find Paleolithic artifacts all the time. And what gave me the idea was a lot of these artifacts, I realized that they're in the shapes of, some of them are shaped in the shapes of, like, spacecraft. Different types. You got the oval shapes, you got the discs, you got the cigar shapes, you got the different types of shapes, and then you got effigies where some of them are wearing like space helmets. Almost, it looks like there was a race of giants maybe that lived here that wore helmets. I've got an exoskeleton of a giant face actually wearing a helmet. I could show it. I'll show it in the video. Effigies and whatnot. I could show some of them. What gave me the idea, I was like, well, one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite Walt Disney movies was Flight of the Navigator when I was growing up. And I was like, I really love the extraterrestrial, the time travel, but the Paleolithic and the educational aspect to it, and saving the world. It's like boom, 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 And you got the new Illuminati card deck with the Triple Salvation, Eternal Salvation, or Triple Your Money Back Devil's Contract card that expires July 4th, 1998. Okay, So, yeah, the Illuminati, they're traveling through time with their little matchbooks, but they don't got the spacecraft, okay? They don't got the guide that was sent and chosen by fate to these people, unbeknownst to them until they come upon it, whoever they may be, Owen Wilson, Tim Roth, or Owen Wilson, or Owen Wilson's son, you know, and Chris Cooper, or Owen Wilson's son and Tim Roth, and Chris Cooper happens to be another, whoever, whatever, however, all right? You know what I mean? This is just my, this is how I put it together into whoever, I really like those actors, but I like Gene Hackman, I like lots of other actors too, but these are the ones I feel for this particular story. And Billy Zane somehow comes in there too, and maybe Chris Cooper could be the guy wearing the sunglasses in the hologram, and he's the guide. Or maybe Tim Roth. Whoever, you know. But don't you think it sounds like a really good idea for a movie? I mean, couldn't you see it as a movie? Like, wow, this is a good movie. This is a good fucking movie here. This is a fucking movie. And I don't have to read a whole fucking script and waste fucking 3 days of my life for drivel. And it's not drivel. It is not drivel, though. Okay? I guess I got a good imagination. I'll tell you what, I thought about this idea last year. I even kind of talked a little bit about it on video, but I don't think anybody ever even saw it. And anyway, but maybe not. I don't think I talked about this one. I was talking about a different story. I do this sometimes. I do ideas for movies. I did. And I was talking about Randy Quaid, actually. And I'm like, nah, I don't think Randy Quaid could do it. You know what I mean? I don't think he's stable to do a serious role like this. I don't think he could do it. Yeah, he could, but no. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know where Randy Quaid's at. What's up with Randy Quaid? I don't know. You know what I mean? I could think of something else for Randy Quaid, you know what I mean? A different story. I could do another idea for a movie, you know what I mean? I like adventure, you know. I love movies like that. Movies that keep you entertained and at the edge of your seat, and also educational and heartwarming and kind of scary sometimes, but not stupid scary. You know what I mean? Like meaningful scary, like a little bit nail biting, but suspenseful, thrilling, exhilarating movies. I like movies like that. I just don't see movies like that very often anymore. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this cover of the Silver City DVD that I have. I've never even seen the movie. It wouldn't play in my DVD player. It was brand new. But I'm looking at these actors, and I'm thinking about this story, and I'm like, you know, I really like Tim Roth. He's one of my favorite actors. Really, truly. And I really liked that Lie to Me television program. I can't even find that show anywhere. And he's a good actor. He's a good actor in a lot of movies. Back in the 90s, he was a good actor. You know, he's a good actor in Reservoir Dogs, and he's just a great actor. You know, lots of these guys are great actors, and there's lots of other actors I'm thrilled with. I just, you know, these happen to be the ones that are there by fate. That are just happen to be there. You know, Darryl Hannah, Billy Zane, Maria Bello, Richard Dreyfuss, Tim Roth, and of course Chris Cooper. And Chris Cooper, I can see with cowboy hat, the fucking ranch, he owns a ranch, all that shit. You know what I mean? I can see it. You know. Then that's why I was like, yeah, dude, that works. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be a really good movie. It could be a blockbuster. Well, you need like one big star, like a Bruce Willis or not Bruce Willis for this. I was thinking him for something else, you know, like. But how about John Cusack? Now he's pretty big. He's been in a lot of movies. He's the new husband of Owen Wilson's. Oh yeah, because Owen's in too. Ex-wife or something. So he fits in it that way somehow. He's Maria Bella's or Daryl Hannah's new husband, and Owen Wilson and his son moved out into the country to a ranch. At the beginning of the movie, they split apart, and so no, because he can't have a small role though. He's got to have a big role if he's the star power. I don't know. He fits in somehow. Stephen King, he'll figure it out. You know, maybe he's a pilot or something. I don't know how, whatever. You know, who knows? But so I mean, I don't know. But see, that's not fair, though, because then Stephen King's like, you're writing his fucking book for him, right? You know what I mean? It's 4 fucking paragraphs. You know, not even paragraphs. So, no, I'm not, really. I mean, I'm just trying to fucking get a good movie made. You know what I mean? And Stephen King's the one that can do it, because he's the fucking man. And, you know what I mean? And the rest of them, these days, to me, are fucking schmucks, okay? Let's fucking face it. All right, Stephen King could write it, and Lawrence Kasdan could fucking direct it. But however the fuck, but you know, I don't want no fucking money for it. I'm just saying I bought Stephen King's name on this thing. All right, because I feel like I stole the fucking idea out of his mind anyway. Right? You know what I mean? He just didn't realize it. He needed me to fucking to make him realize it. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I got Tourette's or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Somebody could play my character. I think it would be Owen Wilson's, 2-bit thief, druggy son that discovers all the artifacts. You know, you can find somebody to play me. I'm not an actor, you know what I mean? But it's kind of based on a true story in a way, you know what I mean? So I kind of like feel like, you know, I'm owed that at least. You know what I mean? You could, get somebody to play my character. You know, you don't have to be named Tommy, but I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Tommy's a fucking good screen name. So, I mean, it's up to y'all, but anyway, it's just something to think about. Something to think about. I'm going to pause it real quick, and then I'm going to give it a read through. I'm going to read it myself, so that way you can get the feel for how I feel, you know. But I think y'all feel where I'm going with it. You know what I mean? I think you're picking up what I'm putting down there. You know what I mean? Which is a lot of fucking money, probably. And if it happens to be billions, I wouldn't mind 10G. But anyway, hold on a second. Because I'm broke as fuck, though, man. Hold on. Okay, so I got to finish doing what I was saying I was going to do. And I got a few other ideas for movies with some other actors. And maybe somebody else could direct. And I'll talk about that here on another video. I'm gonna do these, and I'm gonna do them because I'm feeling it now. I kind of like while I'm in the moment, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I got some coffee. Fuck it. Let's brainstorm some movie ideas. But let's finish this. All right. So while off on the subject of King, because they're off on the subject of Stephen King for the post that this guy had posted here. I wonder what Stephen King is writing now. I was thinking a good idea for a movie would be based in Iowa. A young man finds Paleolithic artifacts and digs for treasure. Because I found a bunch of Paleolithic artifacts. I live in Iowa, so I kind of like based it, you know, a little bit off of my character. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be an actor or anything like that. You can get somebody else casted to be, you know what I mean, to be Owen Wilson's son or, yeah. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be me. He don't have to be named Tommy, but I mean, Tommy's a good screen name. So anyway, based in Iowa, a young man finds Paleolithic artifacts and digs for treasure. As a result, he unearths an extraterrestrial spacecraft. And he finds out his neighbor unearthed an extraterrestrial metal object a few years before. And when the kid showed his neighbor noticed that the same pattern that's on the spacecraft is on his object that he found. So then they realized after that the object that he found was actually a key that opens up the spacecraft. Well, when they entered the spacecraft, a hologram appears with a man dressed in white clothing wearing black sunglasses. Richard Dreyfuss. Okay, he was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is just an idea. I really feel good about it, I really do. And so, okay, when they enter the spacecraft, a hologram appears with a man dressed in white clothing wearing black sunglasses. The hologram introduced himself as the guide and informed them that the two countrymen were chosen by fate to save the world. And to do so, they have to travel back in time millions of years to save the world, or excuse me, billions of years, I'm sorry. It's early. Because the cure to save the world from the new Black Plague of Death is a plant-like flower that only grew in the first 175 years of the planet's origins after its inception and conception creation. And they have to do it before July the 4th, 1998, due to the Devil's Contract card from the Illuminati's Devil's Contract card that expires July 4th, 1998. The Eternal Salvation or Triple Your Money Back card, which is on the new Illuminati card deck, which came out I don't know how many years back, but okay, so the Eternal Salvation or Triple Your Money Back card, they have to time capsule the plant or flowers in a safe spot, not to be disturbed, so that they can retrieve it in the year 2022, the year that the new Black Plague of Death starts. They will only have 24 hours to distribute the extractions from the flower plant worldwide to save the world and wildlife. However, that's where Stephen King comes in, if he ever has time. But I was thinking, since I'm looking here, Richard Dreyfuss, Tim Roth, Maria Bello, Billy Zane, Darryl Hannah, Chris Cooper, and Owen Wilson. I think that it is a really good cast. It doesn't have to be a big blockbuster, but if you was like wanting to go big time blockbuster, you add like maybe John Cusack or something in there. Whatever you guys want to do, however you want to do. However Stephen King wants to do. If he wants to direct it, and he wants to be in the movie, that would be awesome. Because I like it when Stephen King's in his movies. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that would be awesome if he was in the movie too, even a small part or a pretty good chunk of a part even, would be sweet, really. And I really feel good about this. You guys could actually come here because this is where the Paleolithic artifacts are, and I can actually show you. where the Paleolithic artifacts are. The best spots, all the creeks. Get the trailers ready. We'll start Sunday, I don't know how you're going to do, but whenever, and hey, while you're here, I got a bunch of Paleolithic artifacts and I will sell them cheap because I need some money. And I wouldn't mind 10G if you make millions, you know what I mean? I'm not really asking for money for the idea. I really don't care, but I would sell some of these artifacts. I got petrified wood. I got all kinds of different artifacts, and I'll show them in videos. You guys can take a look if you'd like. If any of you happen to come across this video, and by happenstance, maybe see this. Hopefully Stephen King does, because I really would like Stephen King's name on this. I really feel strongly about that. I've got many other ideas for movies. Lots of other people could be directors in these other ones if they wanted. I'm thinking Al Pacino for. Well, I'm going to talk about that here in a minute in another video. So, but I really feel strongly about this. Like I said, it'll be. First of all, it'll be great family entertainment. Okay, it's got lots of action, adventure, thrill, excitement, and also educational, and just great rounded family entertainment. Okay, it can be PG, or maybe even PG-13. PG-13, It doesn't have to be extreme, like Oliver Stone, like rated R kind of a thing. I got an idea for that too, for another movie, but for him, it's up to him. I was just saying as an extra, like, I'm getting greedy. You know what I mean? But it's fun while I'm in the moment. I feel like while I'm in the moment, might as well. Because I'm always in the moment like that. I do lots of different things. I like to hunt. I like to write. I was writing a few little jottings on my Facebook wall earlier. And, you know, I get caught up in the moment sometimes. And while I'm in the moment, I'm in the moment. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Paint. I paint, you know, abstract paintings. I'm not the best, you know what I mean? But so I do that sometimes too. And yeah, it would really be helpful to me to be able to sell some of these Paleolithic artifacts somehow, some way. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to shoot the moon. You know, half is ever so much better than nothing at all. Heck, even a quarter of what it's worth. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? But anyway, if that ever happens, that, you know, it's fun to dream. It's fun to dream. But it's a really good idea for a movie, and you guys know that it is. I know you know. I know you can feel it. Okay? Now, I don't know. Richard Dreyfuss doesn't have to be the guide, the hologram. Okay? But somebody's got to be the hologram. Okay? The hologram is necessary. The guide is necessary. Okay? That's just, it could be Billy Zane for all I don't really care, but whoever wants to be the hologram could be the hologram. Richard Dreyfuss is star power, and he was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but I think him in black sunglasses being the guide would be awesome. And he could have a backstory too, and how he became the hologram and all that, however Stephen King wants to do. You know what I mean? He's the magic man. So anyways, and I want his name on it. Like I said, I at least want his name on it. You know what I mean? I know he's a busy man. He's probably writing like fucking 10 different fucking books right now as it is, but and I'm not trying to rush this to, you know what I mean, to be made, right? But look, it'll be low budget, and it'll be an entertaining movie that you could watch more than one time and always enjoy. And not only that, it'll be educational. Okay? Not ever has there been a movie made where Paleolithic artifacts. And by the way, I've made discoveries that paleontologists won't admit. Okay, real quick. And I kind of have already said this in other videos, but molted chert is dinosaur meat that was fossilized by the Ice Age. Okay, chunks of dinosaur meat, actual meat with fat and all that. Okay, molted chert is organic. Okay. You look up molted chert on the internet, you'll see that it's organic, but they won't say that it's dinosaur meat, and they won't say that it's prehistoric animal meat, but that's what it is, okay? That's one thing. But it's very important because it's proof that man was alive during the time of the dinosaurs, slayed dinosaurs, ate dinosaurs, survived the Ice Age underground in coal mine shafts. This is my theory. Because they had fortune seers in their tribes that foresaw the fucking, excuse my language, the Ice Age, the coming Ice Age, knew to go underground, but it came upon them fast. So that's why there's a lot of chunks of molted chert that was around the campfires and places like that they was going to eat. You know, because they had severed and cut into pieces because it was meat back then. But when the Ice Age came, it agatized, fossilized everything. Okay, so when they came back up, when it was safe to come back up, and they knew that they could use that. Oh, sorry, my mom's talking to me. Hold on a second. Mama's calling. Okay, I got to wrap this video up fast because it takes a long time for me to upload videos. And I don't want to go there and explain what that is right now. You can figure that out if you check in my other videos. You have time. Gang stalking shit, boring shit. So, okay, when they came back up, they saw that obviously they knew that they couldn't eat that anymore, right? But we don't have to use dinosaur bone fragments as arrowheads anymore. We don't have to use dinosaur bone fragments as knives and scrapers, and it'll be easier to cut meat. We'll use these bigger rocks and break rock, and voila. And so they made spears, they made scrapers, effigies, all the things that they made out of molted chert. You know, you really want to know the truth of the matter. Any kind of arrowhead, anything like that, pretty much is prehistoric. Anyways, but they don't tell you that shit though. When you look, okay, excuse me, I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, but Have the paleontologists, have they discovered Paleo, Iowa? No, I did. I discovered it, okay? Look, I'm not trying to be on Time Magazine here, all right? And somebody else could take the credit for that or whatever the fuck. I just want some money. I don't want credit where the credit's due, like when it comes to that kind of due, a little bit. Like at least, I don't know. I don't care. I'm not trying to get on fucking Letterman or whatever the fuck. I'm not sorry with the language again. Okay, so also, a lot of ready-made hammerstones, okay, they didn't actually have to shape these. They didn't have to smooth these out. That's a misconception. Hammerstones often come from the bellies of plant-eating dinosaurs because, you know, herbivores would eat rocks. Here's the best part coming up. This is really going to flip your lid. Okay. They would eat rocks, you know. The gizzards would polish them. So they were already polished, and when they would die, you'd get a pile of gastroliths. Okay, otherwise known as hammerstones. And hammerstones were used for percussion flaking to make these arrowheads and spears and all that. It makes sense, right? Right? Because that's what it is, and that's the truth. It's what the fuck it is, and that's what it is. Excuse the language. I'm sorry. Here's the best part. Rare earth stones that they'll say you cannot find in Iowa, you can't find in the United States of America. Au contraire, mon frere. Okay? Because I just have established that man was alive millions of years ago during the time of the dinosaurs. Well, back then, all the lands were connected. Okay? A dinosaur traveling across all these lands really wouldn't mean much. 70-foot tall dinosaur walks 3 miles every step. You know what I mean? From one end to another, dies, say in Iowa, from where Kilimanjaro might be or some shit, right? Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, again. Had eaten a bunch of red beryl and rubies and, which I haven't found rubies, but diamonds and all these neat minerals, these rare earth stones that can only be found in certain places in the world today, whereas they were all connected back then, right? Okay, so in this place where you find dinosaur bones and all these things, you're gonna find rare earth stones, garnets, all these things like that, right? Gems, jewels, all the good stuff. Some of the rarest stones on earth. And they'll tell you it's impossible. And I just told you, no, it's not. They're retarded. And they're supposed to be smart, but they're not. Okay? And if they're so smart, how come they don't have basic elevation skills and can figure out that the elevation here, where I live, this is why this is the movie set, because this is where it's at. And it's free. You know, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to have to pay much to be able to film this movie here. They're going to, of course you can film a movie in high. We would love that. You know what I mean? They can't get over Kevin Costner from fucking Field of Dreams back in 1990. Whatever the fuck. I'm sorry about the language, but they worship Kevin Costner, man. Busco lighting, blah, 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 blah. This is bigger than Field of Dreams, guys. Okay? This is the Field of Dreams. Literally. And I'm not shitting you. Excuse me, sorry language. Okay, I think you understand what I'm saying. I'm not pulling your leg here, okay? All right? You're the lie to me guy. You could tell I'm fucking not lying. Language again. You could tell I'm not lying, though. Okay, and I can prove it to you in a stone's throw in any direction out here. All right? I can prove it. And I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to be the actor, right? And I just really wanted to finish this video, you know, because I want to get to the next one. And I really feel passionate about this because this is what I do every day. I hunt for artifacts, which I'll show you. I've got a massive amount. I've got plenty of evidence and I can prove it in every direction, like I said. I've got 300 feet deep creeks back there, 300 feet deep creeks over there. There's a four-wheeler size boulders and little feeder creeks packed full of gold. I've got gold in quartzite, all these things, you know. But I'm a TI, and they won't even buy my gold. If you check out my videos, you'll see. It's sad. But anyways, I'm dreaming right now. Forget about all that. What did she say? Anyway, my mom's out there. She's on the phone or something. I don't know, but I'm not like begging you to believe me. I can prove what I'm saying. Because if you choose not to believe me, you're just being dicks. You know what I mean? Because you're just choosing to fucking ignore the facts. Let's stop the language. Okay. Fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, Stephen King. All these guys, if you couldn't be quiet because of the language. This isn't PG here yet. Okay. The movie will be PG. Right? I can understand that. I can, but I'm in the moment. So, and I'll try with the language and everything. I do apologize. I really do. And so I am sorry. I get a little excited because, I'm thinking like, wow, what if, Hollywood actually came here to the actual place where it's supposed to be, and Stephen King, and these great actors, and did a wonderful, awesome movie, which you can't film the whole thing here, but the main meat of the movie, the discoveries, the ranches, they're already there. I mean, it's really easy to do. It'd be low budget. It won't cost a whole lot to do this movie, but you'll rake in a fortune with this, okay? Because it's got action, adventure, education, great acting, but you're gonna have to pay these actors a lot, I imagine, because that's how acting is, but you're gonna make that money to be able to pay it, though. I mean, there's no way you ain't gonna make this money with Stephen King. Yeah.